Hey Donna.
Hey, Greg. Can breathe. Jeez.
Welcome, Laker fans, to the Purple Blood Lakers podcast featuring Donna, who's always right. This podcast is by Laker fans for Laker fans, and it's the best one. So you should probably just listen to this one. You don't really have to listen to other ones.
That's right.
We had a win, and we desperately needed one. But if we didn't beat this horrible team, then we should just start all over and rebuild. Um, so I don't take this as a confirmation that we've fixed our problems. I still saw defensive lapses that concern me, but like you said while we were texting, the effort was better, and
Yep.
that's good enough to see for the first game after such a horrible stretch. So
Yep. Yep. I like
Nick,
it.
Nick Smith Jr. hasn't skipped a beat.
No.
He really is who he is.
Yep.
Um, LeBron made me regret all the negative things I've said about him this year. Uh, I don't think it was Vando's best game. He got that brick from the right side. He was perfect from the left, but somehow on the right, that's the two times that I've seen him brick. Somehow that shot is harder for him. I can
Yeah,
see
because he's
why it is.
left-handed.
You're right-handed, and so the backboard feels bigger to you from that side, and more worrisome. And from the left, you're shooting into the basket. You're not thinking about
Yep.
backboard, but
Yep.
from the right, you're worried about, especially when you're deep in that corner. So
Yep.
he might need to
Not shoot him over there.
maybe not shoot over there, but better yet, just set up a little closer to the half court line.
Yeah. I'm
And
glad he's taking him and making some, so it's
make
giving
it
him
some.
confidence. Yeah.
At least they got to have a thought or two about the fact that he's
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna invite another guy. He said he would be available at 9. So
Okay. And
uh,
we played faster today. They were getting the ball out quick and moving faster. We have been playing a little sluggish, a little slow.
Organized on offense was one of JJ's goals, and I think with the
Yeah.
starters that we did that. With Austin out, it couldn't have been perfect, but
Yeah.
I think in this instance, Marcus filled in well. He
Hmm.
made some really good plays. Um, so I think it was we can't have. I don't think we should have Marcus as a permanent starter, but in a
No.
situation like this, he was the right guy to choose.
Yep.
Um, Let me see how I can get Sid. How do I send a Zoom invite from my phone? I guess I'll send it to my email to get it on the phone and do it that way. One moment, please. At least Sid can have the link.
That
While I'm
first
doing this,
that
um,
that first quarter was kind of a shootout. I was like, "Oh Lord, we're gonna be playing in a track race with them."
I thought the same thing until I think it was Vando came in
Yeah.
and it
Arabia,
might have been Vando and Jake, but they turned the tide on the defensive
they
end,
did. Yeah.
um, that was really cool to watch,
Yep.
and from there, we just kept the foot on their neck. We
Yeah,
never
we
let
did.
up, which is our habit of saying, "Oh,
Yes.
we did it, so we're good." No,
Yes.
we stayed on them.
We kept
That's what
going.
I like about Nick. Nick is aggressive on every play.
Yes.
He really wants his
Yes.
shot.
And he pushes the ball faster. Like when you have Gabe in there,
Yep.
he's slow. I mean, Nick's gonna get down there and he may go 1-on-2, but he's gonna get down that court and he's quick, he's fast, he can shoot.
Yep.
We need to hook him up next year, get him off that two-way.
Talk to me about Luka's game.
Luka was good.
I thought so too.
Yeah, he was making his threes, but he wasn't taking as many just coming down firing. He was moving the ball to LeBron a little bit more. He wasn't just trying to dribble it all the way up and take a shot or run the clock down and then throw it to somebody to do something. I felt like he was giving up the ball a little bit more and he was getting it back, but he was giving it up as well. So, and seemed to me it made the offense move a little smoother. everybody was moving around. They were kind of hard to defend today. I liked the way LeBron was everywhere, moving. Everybody was moving around, and it was nice to see.
I agree. The player movement, ball movement thing I've been preaching for years.
Yeah,
Saw more of that today. And one thing that I learned from I don't know if I got it off somebody else's podcast or if I read it in the paper, but Luka's catch and shoot is way higher than his let me just do this step
pull
back.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope the coaching staff noticed that because uh, he was great today in catch and shoot. He was giving it up, circling all the way through the lane and
Yes.
all the way around, and
Yes.
then getting it back. And we
Yeah.
talked about that once
Yeah.
before.
We
These
did. You
players
talked about that.
that can give it up and know they're going to get it back. Steph is one of those guys, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah,
seeing
I
Luka
like
play
that.
that, yeah, seeing Luka play that way was I think really really good for the Lakers. You know,
Yeah, and I mean, JJ must have said something to him, and he wasn't doing as much complaining to the refs. He was getting back on defense, and I noticed that. I was kind of watching that, and I said, "Oh, Greg always says that about him," but he was running back today, and JJ must have got on him about that as well because, and he was making a difference when he got his butt back on defense. So it was, they were running, they were moving around. I liked it. Everybody was touching the ball, different spots, and I like it. They were pushing it too. Because Sacramento, is a running gun kind of team.
I didn't
So,
know that about them.
hmm
I should have imagined it with Monk coming off the bench and
yeah,
DeRozan and well
Russ
Zach is
and Zach.
yeah Zach still runs but
Yeah, how many does Zach have
when I
today?
saw Russell Westbrook starting I didn't know what to think. Um,
We're good. Is that what you thought?
yeah, I thought we got this game. You know, he missed several layups. You know, he's Russ. He's Russ. He's gonna be
Right.
Russ. They still
Levine
talking
didn't
about his
play today?
MVP.
Levine didn't play today.
No, he's hurt.
Oh, again. Why should I not know that?
Uh-oh, that's not it. I gotta look at the line.
Yeah, so it was good. And they were contesting shots and stealing the ball, and they were playing like they were ready, wanted to play today. And like you said, they were still missing assignments sometimes, but the effort was there.
How
And
did
then
you
Nick
do this? Oh my
Nick
God. I'm
Smith
trying. Hmm?
came off the bench. Him, LeBron, and
LeBron
Luka.
made 9 of his first 10 shots.
And he was dumb. Did you see that alley-oop reverse
Oh my
dunk?
God.
That was ridiculous.
Was that wasn't on a no look from Jake. That was Luka pass. That was almost like was it from half court or something?
Yeah, it was way down there, and he came across there and reverse dunked that puppy. I was like, okay, LeBron ready today.
Yeah, he was.
And
Yeah,
he
he
was
was.
moving the ball too. He was pushing it down court, and they were looking up and pushing. Nobody was really dribbling a lot, trying to bring it across half court. They were pushing it, which I think that's the way we need to play anyway. That slow down ball is just not effective.
No, and that's been my biggest complaint about Braun on offense is he still thinks it's okay to stand there.
But Luka walks it up too. And he walks it
Luka,
up
Luka
and
what?
keeps it. I said Luca walks it up too and keeps it in his hands for about 16, 17 seconds. But he wasn't
No,
doing that today. He was getting it out. He was moving. They were all moving, which is the way we need to play, the way we were playing at the beginning of the season. And then it went wherever.
we leave ourselves 8 seconds on the clock by the time we get into our
No,
offense.
no. And that's not
Uh,
good.
so yeah, it was a little faster today, and that's a
Yeah, it
good
was
thing.
faster. Rui had 10 shots, 5 of 10, 12 points. I like.
Yeah, they got him in a position where once he gets the ball, we're not expecting Louis to pump fake and slam it in your face at the rim. You know, when he was trying that, it was getting it blocked.
Right.
So he's a pull-up shooter, and
Yes.
that means you got to do some work to get him open. And
Yeah.
it would be nice if the coaching staff was to
Take
up
him out the corner.
up Rui's usage. That's what I want. I
Yeah.
want Rui more engaged in the offense.
Offense. Me too.
And between Luka and Bron, one of them's going to shoot less than 40%, and because they're both shooting 17, 18, 19 shots a game. I want some of those shots distributed, especially to Rui. And when Austin's in the game, it's even worse for Rui.
It's even worse. You're gonna get about two or three
Yeah.
shots. Yeah.
So I
So they
don't
have
think we
to.
we
They
can't
made a
blame Rui
point.
for not being aggressive, but when we
Yeah.
watch Nick play, we can say there are shots available, bro. But Nick's
There
a
are
guard.
shots, and he takes them. He took advantage of AR not being in the game and took AR shots
He did. He did.
because he
Uh,
had 14 shots. He was 8 for 14.
to his credit, that's a player right there.
Yeah.
I don't watch him on defense enough, but the few times that I have watched him, I haven't seen anything special.
No,
Uh,
he's not a, but he's kind of he reminds me of like a six man, like a Lou Williams or something that could just come in and get hot, but he ain't gonna play no D.
buckets.
You don't bring him in for that. You bring him in to change the pace, come in there and get some buckets.
Yeah, he's a great six man because that means he's playing with starters, which means he's got space. And a
Yeah,
guy like him with space, it's over.
I know it.
That's 10, 11 straight points off the bench, and that's a winning ticket right there.
It is.
So I'm
And
I'm
he's
agreeing with
athletic.
I'm agreeing with you. Get
Yeah.
him on,
Get him in. Yeah. I think on a two-way contract, you can only play like 40 something games a year.
I think it's less than that.
Is it less than that?
Yeah.
So
So we
yeah,
are
they gotta pick and choose, kind of when they play him. Because
he's already showing more than Scottie Pippen Jr. showed before we let him
yeah,
go. He's showing more than who was the other bench player that we let go that we wish we had. Well, I think Jordan was better than Nick Jr. on this team because Jordan was such a ball control guy and such a
yeah,
great defender.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I really regretted not having Jordan.
I
And
know.
when we look back on it, um,
Yeah, that was a tough one.
passing on Jordan allowed us to get who? It wasn't
Aiden?
Marcus Smart, was it?
Was it Laravia or Aiden?
No, it wasn't Aiden.
Wasn't Aiden? Okay.
Might have been Jake. It was either Jake or Marcus. And in
Yeah.
both
Jake
cases,
played well today.
I guess you do make that decision every day of the week, but watching that guy play now,
Yes. It's
it's like,
tough.
man, what a
I
what a
know. We could
nice
use
piece that
him.
would have been.
Yeah. Second unit coming in. He played big ball last year for us. I didn't know who he was, but man, he was tough and he's gotten even better this year. So
The masked
we could have
man.
used him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love Nick. We can't let Nick slip away this time, man. We got to grab him. Because somebody gonna grab him. Because we giving him a lot of exposure.
I'm gonna let him know to come on in.
Okay. So yeah, I like Nick. Whenever they call Nick's name, he ready. He is ready, ready. I heard a rumor, don't know if this is true, that the Lakers were working on a deal to get Monk and Keon Ellis. It's
I
probably
saw
false.
that. I
I
saw
wonder if
that.
that's
And
false.
and watching Keon today, I'm like, why would we?
I know. But Monk was killing us.
Monk was killing us, but Monk wasn't doing anything on defense,
No,
and
he never does.
that's not what we need. We need a point of attack defender.
We
Let's
do.
stay consistent with it. We're not just out here shopping for nice players.
That's
We
true.
need very specific requirements.
Right.
We've given you the first initial, the first name. What more do you want?
I know.
You
And
want
there's
the
a lot of
weight,
them out there. I
huh?
saw another one the other day, and I was like, "Who is he?" I think
And
his
his name
name was
was
Jalen, but it was with
Jalen
an O
Johnson. I
N.
saw this.
Yeah, I was like, "There goes another Jason that we need." I was like, "Oh, why can't we get one of these Jalen Jasons?" Oh, yeah. I was like, I never heard of him before, but there's a lot of them out there. So yeah, we have to be strategic with it because we're not really, we're being competitive this year, but we're not necessarily trying to win a chip. We need to build this team. And we can't be just, like you said, going out getting guys. Because Nick Jr. is basically Monk, a little
I
bit
mean,
smaller.
yes,
Yeah.
younger and cheaper.
Yeah.
Monk got to be 30 million at this point.
Yeah.
No, we
He's
can't.
got to be about getting up there in age too.
We can't do that. Mm-mm.
No.
Wrong time sequence.
Yeah, that didn't even sound right to me when I saw it, but I did see it.
No, I don't think we want that. I'd rather get a twofer from the Pelicans
Yep.
or the Hawks.
Yeah. Oh,
We'll
wouldn't
take
that
two of
be
those.
nice?
Huh?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Who just oh yeah, he's ready.
Okay.
He'll be there he is. This is Sid the Kid. So if y'all remember, I met this girl who knows a lot about basketball in the grocery store, and she's been hanging around and coming all up in my house and stuff. And one of her friends found out that I do podcasts, and this is him.
All right.
Sid the Kid, what's up, man?
Hey, 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 how's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you as well, especially when the Lakers win.
Yes,
Yes.
we're in a good mood. Sid meet Donald is
Yes.
always right.
I said
Hi, Donna, how you doing?
good, thank you. Yeah, it's always nice with a win.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Donna's the star of this show. Donna, I got to let you know something about Sid. He's not going to come with the stats today because we're right after the game. He hadn't had time to get his little numbers together. But the
Yep.
first time that Sid joined the podcast once when you weren't available,
Oh, okay.
and he blew me away with his knowledge of numbers and his analytical capability regarding numbers.
Oh,
This guy could get on as an assistant GM somewhere.
okay.
And
That's high praise. I appreciate it.
so we look forward to integrating Sid
For
into
sure.
our show. He could be our sixth man.
For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I literally just got home right now and I was just like, all right, let's do this. So
Let's do it.
here I
Yeah.
am.
So we pretty much have talked about most aspects of the game so far. Sid, why don't you give us your perspective on what just happened?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought, again, as I mentioned to you, I've seen the entire first half of the game. I missed the entire third quarter and then caught a little bit of the fourth. But from what I saw, I like the energy. That was the number one thing that stood out to me, especially coming off the three losses that they had prior. I like the physicality as well. And granted, again, we were going against a Sacramento Kings team that's at the bottom of the Western Conference right now, so it wasn't the same level as competition as Houston, for example, on Christmas
Right.
Day. And
Yeah.
they also
Mhm.
don't bring the same physicality as Houston or Phoenix for that matter, which is like one of their main strengths. And clearly the Lakers do struggle with that athleticism and physicality. Timberwolves is another example of like a team that the Lakers would struggle up against. But still, I'm very happy with the way they performed in that way. I liked our start because a lot of times against other teams and in games that we've have lost, our starts have been bad, and in this case, we started off the game well. We won the first quarter. I liked our defense as well. Our defense doesn't need to be world beaters, but as long as it's passable, it gives us a good chance to win. And today we
Mhm.
held the Sacramento Kings to under 30 points every single quarter and held them to 101 at the end of the game, which is great. If we can hold teams around 100, theoretically speaking, with Austin Reeves when usually he's in the lineup, but with LeBron and Luka and our offense playing the way it was today, we should be able to beat teams. So, and I liked our lineup rotation as well. I saw that Vando had 20 minutes today, and so I like the fact that he's over 20 minutes. I like the lineups with him and Marcus Smart. Again, it gives, I think, a reason why our defense was better today is because there was more lineup rotations with them in the
Yeah,
lineup,
you
and
we really noticed it um when Vando came into the game in terms of the impact on the defense because actually
Mhm.
100%.
they were scoring on every time down court. I
Every
mean,
time. Oh,
we
Yeah.
scored, we looked great score, and then it was like, oops, they scored too. And we're
I
like, wait
know
a
it's
minute, they're not the
horrible. I
same
was
team
like,
as us. We're really good. They're not good. We can't be
I
even
know.
with
I
them.
was like, uh-oh, we're
Yep.
gonna be in a shootout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and him, Marcus Smart, somehow Luka got three steals as well. So
Yes.
a
Luka's
lot of them
defense
was
was
just
on point.
it
I
was
sent
on
you a
point
text,
today.
Donna. Luka's
Yep.
actually playing D tonight. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and again, you would think like he's going up against Russ, who's faster than him, and
Yep.
Keon Ellis was also faster, and he still held his own defensively, which was good.
Yep.
So
He
it
did a
did
great
feel like
job.
they were motivated after a three-game losing streak, and
Yeah.
I did like everything that I saw from the Lakers today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
It's a
agree.
fun game, but we got to be careful not to take too much away from it.
But I think
100%.
what you do have to do is establish habits. And
Hmm.
I think no matter who you play, you need to play the same way with the energy, effort. So even though it was Sacramento, I think, like you said, it was the energy, the effort that made it. And then Greg always talks about Luka complaining to the refs too much.
Hmm.
He was getting back today. You saw him running back, and I think
He
that helped
was.
some of his defense because he was running back fast. So JJ must have got on him and said, "Hey, you need to quit complaining to the refs and get back."
Yeah,
Oh, that's
another
a
example of that I think was also they mentioned it on the broadcast too in the first half when he dove for the loose ball. Like
Yep,
those are things that as a leader of the team is important as a trickle down effect for the rest of the entire team. If Luka's doing it,
that's
everybody's
right.
going to do it. So that was a part of the energy that we need.
Yep.
I remember when Michael Jordan joined the Washington Wizards, he was the owner, and he decided
Mhm.
one time that the young guys that he had drafted, including Kwame Brown, who couldn't catch the ball, um, weren't playing well enough. And so
Right.
he put a uniform on and got out there and played with them. And I remember him diving on the ball on the ground, and it's just some random regular season game and bouncing his chin off the floor. And at that time, he was 39, 40 years old. Um, and I think he was trying to let these guys know this is what it takes to win games in the NBA.
Hmm.
It just
Mhm.
didn't work. They just sucked.
They just sucked. Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah.
But
So
that
we tried to
effort.
bail him out and took Kwame off his hands and pissed Kobe off for 2 or 3 years. And then we finally I think we were paying Kobe back for chasing Shaq away or something. And then we finally gave him Paul Gasol. I think we were really saying to him, you think you're that good? Okay, go ahead and win a chip with trash.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
learned the value of team. And when Powell came, he was so delighted.
ready. Yeah,
And
he
we
was
won a
ready.
chip. We won 2 chips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should have won three, but we won two.
We skipped one. We skipped one.
No, we lost to Boston, remember?
Did we go back to
Yeah.
back, or I think we went one and then we lost to Boston and then we won again?
No,
We
lost
went three
the
in a
first
row.
one in
Not
'08,
with
lost in
Powell.
'08, and then won '09 and 2010.
Say it again.
Lost '08 to Boston and then won 2009 against Orlando and 2010 against
Yeah, we
Boston.
went three in a row, but we lost
Well,
the first one to Boston.
Yep.
you mean we went 3 in a row?
Yeah, we went
Yep.
three times in a row. Yeah.
Got you. All right. Yeah.
We should have beat that Boston series because we were up. I'll never forget game five. We were up by like 20 some points and they came back and beat us and then it was over. We
Okay.
should have won that series.
Wasn't
All right.
Kobe's greatest game also.
No.
We're entering trauma zone. Let's get away from
But we came
that
back and
particular.
got them, so we take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was so satisfying. And for
Yep.
Ron Artest to be the one to hit that shot,
I'll
just
never forget that.
I will never forget it. And his reaction was so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got Detroit next. So they're another young, athletic,
Who just lost
physical
today.
team. Yeah, they lost. They've been losing lately. I've been watching them losing.
Hmm.
I've noticed they fell off. It seemed like they fell off and the football team fell off too.
Of the Lions.
Yep.
Yeah, they out the playoffs.
Yep. But what did they lose? I mean, all the players are still there. Somebody injured? Because they're another one of these teams that have like four guys that are between 6'7" and 6'10" that are
Yeah.
long and athletic and can play both ends of the ball.
Yeah, and Cade is having an MVP season,
Yeah,
and Jalen Durant, their center, is having an all-star season.
yeah,
But I don't think they lost anybody like as a part of the roster due to injury currently, but they just lost to the Clippers with Kawhi. I don't know if you saw scored 55, which was a
yeah. He's
career
been
high.
killing.
I
Yeah.
did not see that. I saw some highlights of him playing. Looked like old school
He's been
uh,
killing the last 4 or 5 games.
Kawhi.
Yep,
Yeah,
he went off today. And
Yeah.
then they also lost to the Jazz. Which the
Oh
Jazz, to
yeah,
be
that was
fair,
crazy. Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, to be fair, the Jazz have won back-to-back games against Detroit, who was number one in the East, and I believe is still number one in the East. And then they won yesterday against the Spurs, who the Spurs have been very high on with the
Right,
three victories against OKC.
right.
the Jazz is in purgatory.
Yeah,
They're too good to get a good draft pick and not good enough to get a playoff spot. And I'm shocked at Danny Ainge for leaving himself in this position. He was doing so well, staying at the bottom to get draft picks, but um, now he's got a team that's just mediocre, and
yep.
he's going
He'll
to have
get
to use
another.
some of those
He'll
picks
get
to get
another
some players
draft pick.
close to him.
He'll pick some white boy from somewhere. next year. We ain't never heard of, right?
Yeah.
BYU or somewhere.
And we wonder how's this guy? Yeah, yeah. Who is this? Why
Who
is he
is he?
good?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
their guard is tough. George, he gives us
Yeah,
fits.
Keontae George.
Oh, he
He
kills
had a
us every
big
time
game
we play him.
also against Detroit.
Yeah, he's tough.
Against
He's
against us, he looks like that second year player in San Antonio that's just one of the best players in the league right now. That kid is going nuts.
Stephon
oh,
Castle.
Castle.
Castle
Hmm
is crazy
Hmm.
good. And when that Utah kid plays us, he looks just like Castle.
I know he kills us. I
Yeah.
mean, literally kills us
He's not
every
that
time.
great. He's good, but he's not as good as he
I
looks.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have no one to guard him on our team.
there are a
Yeah.
lot of players that look great against the Lakers.
Yep. But hey, that's why everybody's saying, the Lakers lost three in a row. Yes, it was ugly, but I kept saying that our defense has always been a mess, but our offense has always been in the 120s, 130s early in the year. And then we start all the games we lost were like 88 points.
Yep.
hmm
88 against the Clippers, 88 against Phoenix, 88 against the Rockets. It's like, where did the offense go?
Yeah, man,
So,
that was a big thing about today also that I found noteworthy was the fact that it was less, and they talked about it also, I think, after the loss against Houston about random possessions
yeah,
offensively, and there was way less of that today. It seemed like they had a plan of attack. They knew what
yeah,
they were doing for the most part. They, for the most part, attacked quickly in the shot clock. There's
yes,
very
yes,
rare times that it took the
Yeah.
entire shot clock and eventually put up a bad shot. So offensively, it felt way more organized today, which I think is what led to us being in the 120s again.
I agree.
What's
But
interesting about that is the starters looked a lot more organized than they usually
yeah,
do. And in my opinion, four bench players plus either LeBron or Luka has been more organized for us, in the before today than the starters.
yeah,
So seeing the bench really messing up offensively, organizationally today was a little bit surprising, but I think we went deeper into the bench than we usually do. We had Dalton out there and Adu and your boy actually got some time, but he never really got the ball. They got a new big from that's in the G League getting 35 points and stuff. What's his
Oh,
name?
Timmy?
Yeah,
Timmy
Timmy.
came in at the end of the game, but I don't think he got any run.
No, they're not. I don't know. They're trying to push Maxi Kleber so much. With Jackson Hayes out, it seemed like he
hmm
should get a little time.
It's kind of his turn,
Yeah.
but when you watch how he's playing, you want to see what Timmy can do. So
Yes.
I kind of wished he had brought him in earlier. We had room to do that,
Yes, we did.
and Cleveland wasn't doing nothing really.
No, he's slow. He was supposed to be our spacer, our big 7-foot spacer, but
I've never seen him hit a shot. He had one shot when he
I
first
know.
started, and that was it.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not impressed at all. He's pretty slow, and yeah.
We have the
So
dilemma.
maybe they're putting him out there so they can put him in the trade package.
That's what I'm saying. We have the dilemma of when it comes to him. I think Vando, we're still on the fence. I'm ready to trade him. Um, but him, Vando still, yeah. But there's one more player that we keep talking. Oh, Gabe.
Gabe,
We have the dilemma of um, we know we got to trade these players. Therefore, there's really no reason for them to be out there because we need to be
I know.
developing the other players. But we got to put them out there because we got to show them so that we can get some trade value for them. And it's
Yep.
almost like these players' agents are saying, "Dude, we're in LA, we're staying, so don't hit a shot. Don't not hit
Right.
a shot. Nobody wants you. You staying right here.
Right, right. So yeah, that's the dilemma here because those guys aren't going to be on the team next year. So we need to get something for them.
hmm A
Gabe,
Because
lot of them on
Vincent,
the expiring contracts as
yeah.
well.
So
is it Gabe expiring this year?
yep,
Gabe's expiring. Vando is not. Vando's got 2 years left.
yeah.
Uh,
Kleber is expiring.
Maxi's expiring.
Hmm.
Uh, that's really the people that are on. I feel like I'm missing one.
Rui,
Connect. Rui is who Rui is. We talked
he's
about him earlier.
expiring. I mean, he's expiring.
He's expiring.
So
That's right. That's
if
right.
you're not going to keep him, if you're not going to re-sign him, we've got to trade him because he can walk for nothing.
Yep. And when you sign him, you're going to look at a number that says I'm shooting 45% from three.
That's 20 plus a year.
That might be up to 30.
But he ain't getting 30. He ain't consistent enough. But I think he could get 25.
Well, you got some of these teams that are way under the cap.
I know, and they'll grab him. He's still young. He's a scorer, big body.
As a Rui fan, I kind of want to trade him because I want to see what he's going to do when he's featured.
He ain't gonna be featured nowhere. He don't have a personality to be featured. He wasn't
Yeah.
even featured in Washington, and they were that bad.
They were bad, but they put Kuz over him. That's you know,
True.
Kuz
They
had a
always
ring.
put people over him because I think he
Yeah.
just doesn't have the. But I want to keep him. I really really do. But if you're not going to keep him, you've got to trade him because he's a young piece that you can get something for.
I want to know what he did rebounding tonight. Let me pull it up.
4.
4. That's not gonna get it, Rui. That's not gonna get it, man. If you're not gonna, love the shooting, but if you're not gonna rebound, then no. So
But still, the rebounding was pretty, other than Aiton, who got 11, it was pretty even across the board. So that was a good thing. And then at the end of the day, as long as our team out rebounds the other team, which we did today by 2,
Yeah.
that's the most positive.
Yeah. And they didn't
yeah,
get a lot of offensive rebounds. I mean, Houston was
Mhm.
getting so many offensive rebounds on us. It was
Yeah, that was
brutal.
ugly.
yeah, we gave up a couple, and I started getting nervous.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
that was starting to fuel their attempt to start a run.
Right. Right.
But
That's been
we,
killing us all year. Those
yep,
offensive rebounds.
yep.
Mhm.
And that's kind of
Because
on Rui because if you ain't doing nothing else, bro, if you ain't shooting, then you need to be boxing
he
out.
likes to leak out.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
that
he
ball
does
goes
get
up,
points on the
he's
we used to call
gone.
it cherry picking
Yep.
in Pop Warner.
Yep.
Not
When
Pop
that
Warner.
ball goes up, he goes the other way.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think of Nick, Sid?
Uh, it it's tough because he's, I believe, one of the youngest players on our team.
The youngest.
Yeah, the youngest. Clearly has tremendous offensive potential. Not the biggest body, so he can easily get exploited on the defensive end. But nights like this, I mean, you can only be positive about him. One of the biggest weaknesses for us has been our bench scoring, and he came off the bench today and had 21 points in 23 minutes. Throughout most of the game, he had more points than minutes, and for a large part of the game, it seemed like he wasn't missing. I think he
Yep,
ended up with only like 5 missed shots, 6 missed shots.
Yep.
Went 5 for 10 from three, and at one point was like 5 for 7 from three,
yeah,
which was definitely a boost that we needed. And also with Gabe being out, he was a good like ball handler to take the weight
yes.
off of
Yep.
LeBron and Luka. He had that one big game at the beginning of the season when we beat Portland without anybody from our big three, and
Right.
he had a big game in that. So yeah, you definitely see the good, but he's definitely not like a starter level player yet.
Mm-mm.
But I definitely do want to see the Lakers trust him enough to develop him, because we definitely had some players before in the past that clearly were worth development that the Lakers did not invest that development time in
That's
them.
right.
See, I told you he was good, Donna. We
Yep.
just talked
Yep.
about that, man. We gave up Scottie Pippen Jr. We gave up Jordan
Goodwin.
Goodwin,
Yeah,
and
Goodwin was solid.
yeah, so we do that, and we in the Bron Davis era, we were focused on veterans to our
Yep.
to get a chip one year, and then to our detriment every year after that. And all those years, we could have been picking a couple of young players and developing them, and we just kept flipping, looking for something new.
Yeah.
I think that we made a decision when we hired JJ to turn this into a basketball academy.
Hmm.
And
Yep.
I don't see the G League to Lakers connection that kind of suggests that the academy is in full effect. But um, I hope I see. We really don't know yet, but I hope I
Yeah.
see a commitment to younger players this summer.
Yep.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, it's time to cut the cord on the
Yep.
veterans. Okay, so Sid, let's start with you. What do
Hmm.
we do with Bron next year?
Braun next year. It depends on Braun. It really depends on Braun. He has that ability to decide his own future.
I'm
If
talking
he
about
decides,
what's the Lakers' desire?
yeah, the Lakers' desire is, I mean, obviously, I would keep him, even for multiple reasons. I still think he's a great basketball player. You saw him today. For the most part, he had like almost a perfect basketball game. He was shooting 11 of 12 throughout most of the game. Then at the end
Yep.
had that layup. I thought he got fouled. He thought he got fouled as well. They didn't count it as a foul, so it was a missed field goal. But 84% from the field, 50 from three. I know he had like a slower start to the season, but it was also his first season ever that he didn't start the season. He started off injured, so especially at his age, that slowed him down a bit. But with an 82 game season, it's going to be hard to have a 41-year-old bring it every night. But clearly, when he needs to bring it, when he is engaged, you get the best out of him. There was a stretch last season during the regular season. He was one of the top players in the NBA. He finished the season sixth in MVP voting. He was second team All NBA, so he was among the top 10 players in the NBA. And in the playoffs as well. Like he performed well too when we were playing in the first round. So he's still one of the best players. And then obviously outside of that, he's the biggest brand in the NBA. So on the merchandise level, on the tickets level, when you're the Lakers, and also with his retirement incoming, if he decides not to retire, like you want to be that team that he's going to retire among our team.
Mhm.
So if I'm the Lakers from a business perspective and on a basketball perspective as well, I'm not getting rid of LeBron.
I'm really upset that you're right. What do you think, Donna?
I'm with it, but I'm with you, Greg, that he has to take a huge pay cut. He's going to be a free agent, and if he's going to come back and wants the retirement tour, all of that in a Laker uniform, then he's going to have to take a big pay cut. And is he ready to do that? I don't know.
The
The thing I'll
biggest,
suggest real quick too is we said people were saying the same thing about Kobe towards the end of his career.
But Kobe won us 5 chips,
yeah, that's a different
Yeah,
situation, bro. We got one chip from Bron.
yeah,
and he was
definitely.
homegrown.
That's not
He was
enough.
He was
ours.
homegrown. Yeah,
So
but there's still people that were saying he should take a pay cut.
yeah, I knew that. I remember them talking about the stars taking pay cuts and how that messes up everything. But
Mhm.
anyway, um,
And also they did I forgot exactly but during this off season it was shown that because of the new second apron like system that's going on with the CBA that even if LeBron was to take a pay cut, I forgot how much they were showing, but it wasn't going to affect the cap space for the Lakers anyways.
I've been
he'd have to
hearing
take a
that over and
huge
over
one.
again. I wish I
Yeah, it
knew
had to be a huge one.
I
Yeah,
wish I knew
have
the
to be
math.
huge.
Yeah, even if he retired, we don't get 50 million to spend.
No.
No, but then we have more money because we don't. Rui is a free agent.
Yeah.
Gabe is a free agent. We have some other free agents along with LeBron that will take the cap down. But
What
um,
what makes me concerned about LeBron mostly is the position. We got 2 minutes left. The position. He plays the position that we need the most help on the defensive end. The guy that
four.
we want just to get you engaged, Sid, in our objective. Don and I are looking for a point of attack defender, and Marcus is not him. He's not. His legs aren't young enough. Um, but we're also looking for somewhere between 6'8" and 6'9", somewhere in there, 7 foot wingspan or above, and first name, first initial J. That's our spec for the guy that we need. And there's a guy like this on just about every other team but ours.
I
Jake,
Yeah.
know.
both Jake and Adu showed what I mean by this guy because they both have the body. They're
Yep.
Hmm.
both long, and they both took passes out the passing lane towards the end of the game in the exact same spot.
Yep.
And I was like, the guy I'm looking for is going to do that 4 or 5 plays a game.
Right.
And
To add to
Jake
your
to me
point,
is
there's been
that
a
guy, but he's the backup for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And
To add
Adu
to
is
your
that
point,
guy, but it's going to take him 3 years to develop. What were you saying, Sid?
I was about to say to add to your point real quick, there was a comment I saw. It was like towards the beginning of the season, and like it stuck with me. It was the comment was like, if only there was a way to combine Jared Vanderbilt's defense and Rui Hachimura's offense and make it one player, that would be exactly what the
That's the
Lakers are
perfect
looking
player.
for.
That's the perfect player.
Perfect player.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting ready to get shut down less than 1 minute. Laker fans, this is the Purple Blood Lakers podcast featuring Donna, who's always right, and Sid the Fantastic Kid. Let's go, Lakers.
Go Lakers.
Let's go Lakers.
All right.